Sunshine State, a hotbed of passionate football fans. It is not hard to find where rivalry battle lines in the state are drawn on a day like today. These two are due to lock up once again, and we can't wait to get it started. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, as we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on last year's national champions, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Seminoles will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Florida's offense will go on the attack first. Renegade was feeling the last time these two got together as Florida State blew out the Gators.
And with that win, it just carried so much momentum throughout the rest of the season for the Seminoles and in the offseason as well. This is one of those games, if you win like that, you make a statement not just in the state of Florida, but all across the country.
Looking to throw, it's Browning. Makes the grab down the middle.
And that throw was a bullet by the quarterback on that curl route in zone coverage. And how about the anticipation? He gets rid of this pass before his receiver is even turned around. I love it.
Got his man quickly. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Listen, I know that game didn't get very much, but I love getting the tight ends involved. Get everybody involved in the offense. Make me cover the whole field. Keep everybody a little bit honest.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Now the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Randall. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's DeLuca. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. And the Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Running into the open space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Grabbed behind the line. It's Clements. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. These fans raising the volume on second and goal.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles offense has its first opportunity of the day. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game.
There he goes. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as it gets him down at the 37. The Seminoles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Makes the grab. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
And we're going to call his name a lot today because this dude, he had over 100 last week. He has over 100 almost every single week because he's a staple in this offense. Puts up big numbers, makes...
Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking down the middle. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. Finds the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw, it's Browning. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle, it's Clements. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's DeLuca. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And the Gators will have it first and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Grabbed in the middle, it's DeLuca. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Gators with a second and short to keep this drive moving. On the run, it's Tucker. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. He'll keep it on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Guys, you might know Florida State was once a women's college, didn't start playing football until later, and in fact, didn't start playing the Gators until 1958.
Even though they haven't been playing a long time, this game has featured so many of the biggest names in the sport. You think about Bobby Bowden, Steve Spurrier on the sidelines, Charlie Ward, Chris Swanky, Tim Tebow, Danny Werkle, Heisman Trophy winners. This game has had it all.
It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. He turns that loose down the right side.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Seminoles have this offense rolling. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him.
There he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here. Throws toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They're working that left side. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like you could tell, they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Touchdown, Seminoles! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Off-play action on first down. That's caught. It's DeLuca. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Guys, let's chat about Florida. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is, now can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together, so earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
Catch in the middle, it's Clements. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed over the middle, it's Johnson. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. And the Gators had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. A first down run on the doorstep. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Dropping back, it's Browning. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard, it's good. The lead now 6 here in the second. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to...
Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warwick Dunworth.
Breaks away on the left. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught over the middle, it's Johnson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking for a man, it's Browning. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. A shot toward the end zone. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Gators decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're...
Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Makes the grab. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. And the Noles in a good spot here with second and short. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Gets it out fast. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He's going to run it.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Bounced right back to them. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Noles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw time running short in the half. Working that left side now. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 and the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride. And
he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Noles!
And they pound the ball in for the touchdown, and you've got to like this offense. Finishing the first half really strong and a chance to take the lead in this football game.
And the extra point is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To throw, it's Browning. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. Got it in the middle, it's Clements. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Right back to the well. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. Quarterback making checks. They'll go to the air on second and short. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. What a throw. Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30. And the Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. He's got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Going for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida State.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. The handoff to Johnson. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for a crease to the left. There he goes. Bulldozes his way through. An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking for a man. It's Browning. Snagged out of the air. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Gators come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Grab near the marker is Clements. Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a 1st down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gators!
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there in that touchdown catch.
He's not gonna make it, and he couldn't get there to tie the game. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Running to the left. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Works the middle of the field. Breaks into the open. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And this guy continues to pour on the stacks. That's why he's in the Heisman picture, right? Had over 100 receiving yards last week. He's off to a great start today. Defenses just can't figure this guy out.
He's got it. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
It's complete to the left. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was third down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up fourth.
He'll sneak it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers in so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season and really been the feature of this offense. And this dude has worked his way. He might get a trip to New York as a wide receiver.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the tight end. Turning it on! And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. The Seminoles trying to pay off the threat on first and goal.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live for the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
To the air, it's Browning. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Unloads quickly. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Wants to go up top on first down. They're setting up the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Caught behind the line. It's DeLuca. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this third down play. Surging forward on the sneak. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that fourth down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
Fires to the big fella. Open space at the 25. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And I think if you're the head coach here, you kind of got mixed reviews on your passing attack so far because, yes, you've thrown for a bunch of yards and you've thrown a couple of touchdowns, but you've also given up 4 sacks now. Pass protection has not been great, even though they've got the lead in this game.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. They're working that left side. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down. Right on the money. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the air, it's Browning. Quickly to the tight end. Plows through the defense. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff to the single running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line second and 7. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. But will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. They'll leave it with him. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, third and long coming up. And the Gators moving quickly to the line. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Chunk it away just as he was hit. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Florida. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now, and I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Gets it past the marker. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Seminoles are on the move. Leaves it with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
On the ground with the counter. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And the Noles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd. He's got him. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. The offense set for a first down play. It was vitriolic, it was intense, and it went to the Seminoles as Florida State will dine on Gator after winning in this rivalry matchup. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of